Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Troy Buchanan, and thank you for joining us for another week right here at BCW Spotlight. As you see in the ring, this week's BCW Spotlight features a match between Sick Rick Matrix and Mean Marcos, and I will be calling all the action right here this week on BCW Spotlight as Matrix and Marcos tie up again there. Matrix working over the arm, fireman's carry, taking Marcos down to the mat, and he's going to try to work over that arm. I have conveniently not invited Chris Gullo this week right here to do BCW Spotlight with me, because as most people know, I have serious issues with Sick Rick Matrix, and the last thing that I want to do around the holiday season is have to slap around Chris Gullo for saying good things about Sick Rick Matrix. Now, I'm not going to sit here and bash Sick Rick Matrix for the duration of this match, but I'm going to tell you what it's all about, and what it's all about is we have some great action once again this week right here on BCW TV against Sick Rick Matrix versus Mean Marcos. Both these men are fan favorites here in Buffalo Championship Wrestling, so we may have a little bit of conflict of interest here when these two square off. Marcos sizing up Matrix, a little bit of a test of strength right here. Matrix having the size advantage, taking Marcos right down, didn't even dominate him, but side drop toe hold right there, taking Marcos down to the mat. And now Matrix, the much bigger man, trying to work over Marcos on the mat. Marcos showing some great technical wrestling there with a sit-out. Matrix with a sit-out, but Marcos holds on to a front chancer right there on top of Sick Rick Matrix. We'll see what kind of strategy Mean Marcos has in this match right here against the bigger Sick Rick Matrix. Marcos grabbing that side headlock again. I think he might be trying to wear down Matrix. Matrix very powerful, as I can attest to. Every time Matrix hits you, it hurts you quite bad. And fans, a lot going on here at Buffalo Championship Wrestling. Take a look on the screen right now. We want you to help out the Boys and Girls Club, where this event emanated from, the Town Boys and Girls Club in Tonawanda, New York. Help out any way you can. Think about the less fortunate around the holidays. Even me, Troy Buchanan, being the bad guy that I am, I've helped out a few people here and there around this time of need in the holiday season. And once again, we'd like to thank you for taking time out of your busy day around this holiday season to check out another great edition of BCW Spotlight right here featuring Sick Rick Matrix against Mean Marcos. We'll have a couple more weeks of BCW Spotlight from the Town Boys and Girls Club right here next week. You're going to see the Buffalo Bad Boy, Brian Jennings, taking on Big League John McChesney in a return match from the Lake Erie Italian Club. These guys, obviously, if you watch BCW Spotlight at the very end, they still have some unresolved issues, and they're going to try to settle those issues right here next week on BCW Spotlight as they meet each other again. And then, of course, coming up, the big Bunkhouse Brawl. The winner of that will get a shot. Actually, we'll get a first-round bye in the BCW Heavyweight Title Tournament, fans, not to take away from the action that we have going on right here. But speaking of the Bunkhouse Brawl, let's hear all about this year's Bunkhouse Brawl right here on BCW Spotlight. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday, January 19th from the F.J. Donovan American Legion post on Genesee Street in Chickawauk, New York. It'll be the second annual BCW Bunkhouse Brawl, and it's a loaded lineup, and you'll see Sick Rick Matrix on that very loaded lineup as he's scheduled to take on Jeremiah Bradley, but he's taking on Mean Marcos right here, a big shoulder tackle right there as we transition into more action. Marcos once again going that side headlock. Matrix with a top wrist lock trying to take over Marcos. Hammerlock right there by Marcos. Marcos with a headlock taking over, bringing Matrix back down to his level right here. Marcos continuing to try to work that side headlock. Matrix finally making his way out of it. Scissor lock on the chest, on the neck, excuse me, of Mean Marcos right there. Fans, lots going on Buffalo Championship Wrestling as it does nothing about a big clothesline there by Sick Rick Matrix on the left-hand side, taking down Marcos. And now Matrix with a big double axe handle, demolition leg there on top of Mean Marcos, dropping a big elbow. Matrix coming to that left side attack right here, taking it to Mean Marcos like no other. Hey, big boot, right to the small of the back there on Mean Marcos. Matrix back at Marcos off the corner, delivering some shots that I can attest to are very, very brutal and very vicious. Matrix a little bit right here. Marcos put it in the corner, taking a shot right there to Matrix. Matrix gets sent back. Marcos shooting Matrix in. Matrix with a reversal. Marcos taking that buckle hard, coming in. Matrix! Oh, wow. Head scissor takeover right into the top rope there by Marcos. Matrix thought he had Marcos right where he wanted, but Marcos looked quicker and possibly the smarter of the two right there. Dig his legs up and taking Matrix into that top turnbuckle right there. Stunning Matrix. Marcos winning going for a cover champion. Getting a 2 count out of that one. And now Marcos will try to retake the advantage here in this match and try to work over Sick Rick Matrix fans. Like, I can't stress to you enough. A lot going on in Buffalo Championship Wrestling. The next Bunkhouse Brawl on Saturday night, January 19th. From cheek to rock, you're going to be seeing 6 huge I said huge, so I'm sounding like Gullo here this week on BCW Spotlight. 6 huge matches, not to mention the Bunkhouse Brawl. And this year's Bunkhouse Brawl, the winner of the Bunkhouse Brawl Battle Royal, come dressed as one with the top rope rules, will get a shot at the BCW Heavyweight Champion, the Buffalo Bad Boy Brian Jennings down the road. Speaking of the Buffalo Bad Boy Brian Jennings, right here next week on BCW Spotlight, he will get a rematch with Big League John McChesney, also on Saturday night, January 19th. Buffalo Bad Boy Brian Jennings will be taking on textbook Tyson Dukes, who's making his return to Buffalo Championship Wrestling on Saturday, January 19th. And Mean Marcos continuing his assault right here on Sick Rick Matrix. Marcos with a size disadvantage against Matrix, so he's trying to think of any trick in the book to take on Matrix here and trying to get the advantage on the much bigger man. Marcos is no stranger, he's no slump, no slouch in it right there. He's been a Ring of Honor, he's been to CCW, he's been to a lot of the top wrestling promotions around North America. Him and his former tag team partner, Devastating Kevin Dunn, who is also a former member of Buffalo Championship Wrestling. These two men have pretty much done it all and seen it all on the circuit out there as Marcos has Matrix backed up again in the corner, and he's raining down with punches on top of Sick Rick Matrix's head. Matrix stunned in that corner. He might want to think of another plan of attack here to take down Mean Marcos. Matrix had the advantage early on, but Marcos has regained it right here, and he's working over Matrix. Marcos gets sent in that corner again, and this time he gets out of the way again, and Matrix goes hard into that corner once again. Last time Marcos caught him with head scissors. This time Matrix just taking that buckle hard. Now Marcos from the top rope. Could we be seeing a big cross body right here? 1, but Matrix rolls it over. 2, and a 2.5 count there. Referee Mike Champion, one of the great officials here in Buffalo Championship Wrestling, in position to make that count. And Marcos with a spinning neck breaker right there on Sick Rick Matrix, taking him down. Champion in almost 3 right there. Marcos stunning the big man, Sick Rick Matrix, right there with that neck breaker, catching him a little bit off guard. I don't think Matrix expected Marcos to put this much of a fight up here this week on BCW Spotlight. But as we mentioned, Mean Marcos is no stranger. He tries to wear Matrix down with those kicks there. And a big enziguri right to the back of the head. Takes Matrix down, and Matrix stunned once again. Marcos trying to roll him over for a cover. He does. 1, 2. Matrix kicking out at 2 right there. Referee Mike Champion down to make a count again. But Matrix able to kick out and push Marcos off the top of him right there. We got action here this week, right here, fans, on BCW Spotlight. Each and every week, make sure you keep checking us out on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, Buffalo Championship Wrestling. Follow us on Twitter, at BCWWNY. Chris Gullo will be back here for more BCW Spotlight next week. But, as I said, I purposely planned it so Gullo wouldn't be here this week to try to talk about how great Sick Rick Matrix is. I'm here to call the action right down the middle. And that's exactly what I've been doing right here. As much as I can't stand Rick Matrix, honestly, I'm not really a big fan of Mean Marcos either, but I wouldn't mind seeing Mean Marcos get the victory right here this week on BCW Spotlight. As Marcos continuing his assault on Sick Rick Matrix. Big shots right to the back of the head, and a shot right to the throat right there by Marcos. And both these men exchanging punches right here. Matrix getting that boot up, getting the knee up, and then with some big forearms right to the back of Marcos. Stunning the smaller competitor right here. Matrix, oh, big chop on Marcos. And I know those hurt. Even Marcos wearing a t-shirt, that still hurts because those shots resonate throughout your body. And Marcos coming back with a shot right to Matrix. Matrix down, stunned once again. Marcos measuring up for something. Another big boot right there to the chest of Sick Rick Matrix. And Marcos with a knee to the lower back there of Matrix. Matrix doesn't know which way Marcos is coming from here because Marcos doing a very good job working over the bigger Matrix. Off the ropes, Matrix. Oh, hot shot-like maneuver there on Mean Marcos. Just when you thought Matrix was down and out, he picked Marcos up and dropped him right by the throat on top of that top rope right there. A hot shot maneuver right there by Sick Rick Matrix. And now this match can go anywhere right here. Marcos, he clearly had the advantage, but Matrix pulling that maneuver out of his bag of tricks right there, dropping dropping Marcos right over the top of that top rope right there with that hot shot-like maneuver. Referee Mike Champion having no choice but to double count right here. And Matrix with big DDT out of the corner there, taking Marcos down. I gotta believe this is gonna be the end of it if Matrix can make the cover. And Matrix still a little bit stunned, kind of crawling over right there. He's gonna make a cover here. I think that DDT may end this match right here, but referee Mike Champion having no choice once again but to lay the double count of these two men right here. Matrix will be the first man to get up to his feet as Marcos is down. Champion breaking up the count, and Matrix going to grab Marcos, picking him up for a big body slammer here, throwing him almost right through the mat right there. Matrix, you can see he's still a little bit stunned, but so is Mean Marcos from that DDT. Matrix going for an elbow, Marcos rolling out of the way. And Marcos on the apron right here, actually on the stage here of the Town Boys and Girls Club. Referee Mike Champion should be putting a 10 count on right now. And that's exactly what he's doing. Well, Marcos got his way into the ring right here, and Matrix now taking over on Mean Marcos, working over the throat of Marcos, the throat that he dropped Marcos right down to that top rope with that hot shot maneuver that we saw earlier on in this match. Matrix, he is a smart competitor, I will give him that. He sees that Marcos is hurt, and he's trying to stay right on top of him. Referee Mike Champion checking in with Mean Marcos, making sure Marcos wants to continue, and you're not going to see Mean Marcos quit right here in this match, as Matrix measuring up Marcos for something else right here, pulling him in. Big belly-to-back suplex, dropping Marcos right down to the back of his head right there on the mat. And that is no easy, oh wow. Matrix going for another cover right here, and that is not an easy landing. Sick Rick Matrix standing over 6 feet tall, and Mean Marcos had a long way to come down, and he came right down on the back of his head right there. Matrix going for a cover right there, which is broken up. The action continues right here on BCW Spotlight. Sick Rick Matrix trying to figure out a way to beat Mean Marcos. Marcos with a small package, 2.5 right there. Marcos out of nowhere with a small package. Matrix with a big clothesline this side from the right-hand side, taking down Mean Marcos, and this could be the beginning of the end for Mean Marcos. Matrix dropping a big leg on the back of the neck right there of Mean Marcos, and Matrix has pinpointed the neck area of Mean Marcos to try to take him down. And I think that's what he's going to try to do to get the victory here, is continuously work over the neck of Sick Rick Matrix. Again, fans, I do not like Sick Rick Matrix in any way, shape, or form, but Matrix's strategy that he seemed to have been adapted here for this match is working, as Mean Marcos has been beaten down here in the later goings of this match right here. And I think Matrix just biding his time before finding a way to finally put away Mean Marcos as he works on that neck once again. Matrix has Marcos down on the mat. Marcos trying to roll out of it right here. And he does. He gets out of it. Oh, and he gets a shot right to the back of the head of Matrix. And Marcos going nuts right here on Sick Rick Matrix, raining down with some shots right here. And the fans are getting behind Mean Marcos right here. I don't know who they want to win right here. Is it both men here are fan favorites of Buffalo Championship Wrestling? Marcos firing back. Matrix missing. Matrix missing. And Marcos firing back, trying to take the advantage once again on Matrix. Going for a maneuver right there, and he rolled right through it. He's continuing to rain down the shots on the head of Sick Rick Matrix. Marcos getting his second win right here, maybe even a third win right here at the Town Boys and Girls Club. Marcos going for a boot, missing an enziguri that time, and Matrix throwing in an STF. He's got Marcos in the middle ring. Referee Mike Champion is down to see. I've been beaten by this move a few times, fans, sadly, and Mean Marcos, he could be seconds away from giving up right here, but Marcos is holding on. And I don't know if he's got enough in him. And no, Marcos taps out right here this week on BCW Spotlight. Sick Rick Matrix getting the victory by submission. Fans, we'd like to thank you once again for joining us, and we hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you right back here next week for more BCW Spotlight.